Hey everybody, I'm going to give you some Y62 Patrol suspension information. Probably put it in the suspension information playlist, which is on our YouTube channel. Hey, isn't there some special people out there? I mean, one bloke writes in the comments, oh, you know, the channel mustn't been doing so well, so what did I do? And go and buy a Patrol, or I'm going to do all Patrol videos. Yeah, that's it, man. The channel wasn't doing so well, so I thought I'd go and spend 100 grand on a new car and spend all my time trying to make money when the channel never really did so well anyway. The channel's for you, it's not for me. It makes crap money. If I want to make money, I'll go work on cars or something like that instead. It's going to make a lot more money than what a YouTube channel makes, unless you've got millions of subscribers because you do stupid entertaining stuff, because they're the ones that win. Or I suppose if you've got really good information on something, must be something about it, I don't know, but I'm obviously doing something wrong. But what I want to tell you in this video is suspension information. I'm actually amazed here. Now, when you raise up the vehicle, this is the rear of the Y62, there's a lot of angle or camber, if you like, on the rear. Not so much on, it doesn't affect the front as much. Haven't really taken a good look to work out why yet, but maybe that means that's why the rear's got more travel, because it seems to have a stupid amount of travel. Right now, I've taken a measurement. You've got almost 1/2 meter of clearance from the bottom of the tyres here to the diff. It's just crazy. If I put a straight edge across those tyres on the inside edge, so that's the highest point because the outside edge is lower, so you know, like almost touching the ground type thing, you're all flexed up, you've got wheels in the air, suspension's dropped down, you've got a whole heap of weight, say, over on this side, that side's just touching the ground, but because you're going down a hill and all the weight's on the front, this has stretched its legs right out. 470 millimeters is the size of the rock that can be sitting right here, and it's just going to scrape because it's 470 with a straight edge across there from there to there. So I just go, that is crazy. I mean, you can't do that. These cars really got bagged out when they first came out for independent suspension. All the experts again, oh, what are they thinking? Nissan should be ashamed of themselves, and all this sort of talk. Okay, right, you know, I sort of get your point, but tell me something in the comments. Are these breaking CV joints? Do people break CVs all the time in these? Are they weak? Are they prone to breaking like the 200 series is? Okay, are they weak like that? Are they prone to breaking like the 200 series is? All the 200 series V8 experts aren't going to like that, but you get that, right? And you never know, we might have a 200 series or 300 series next, and we'll do some comparisons, but you're not going to get that sort of clearance underneath the rear diff. And I'm not saying you always need it, but this is a suspension information video. Now what I'm going to do, I just thought that was very interesting myself, so I thought I'd share it with you. At the front, you've got about 400 millimeters. It's not an exact engineering measurement, you know, but if you put a straight edge across the front tires and just take an average, because there's lots of different things here that you could hit, you're talking about 400 millimeters. Remember, that's at full extension, just giving you some ideas of clearance under the vehicle when it's stretched out, if you know what I mean. I should have taken the pre-measurements before I put it up in the air, but I was a bit excited, so it's not going to be entirely accurate. But what I'm going to do next is take the measurements. This is a stock standard vehicle for the records, so that we ever need to know what it is later, bada bing, bada boom. Now, the way we measure the suspension is to the bottom edge of the wheel, because you get a really accurate measurement rather than to the center, because the center's kind of, you know, it's kind of all, you know, about there somewhere. You're just estimating you could be 5 mil out, where this is precise. So we hook the tape measure at the bottom. Once again, you don't want to be like when they balance wheels and put the weights in the wrong spot up here, because the head's inside out, back to front, twisted around and all that. We want to make sure you're at the bottom, which is a better estimation than about the center of here. Hook the tape measure in there, and we're going to measure in a straight line, and you've got to make sure that's straight up and down to the edge of the guard. I'm going to do that on all the front, left, right, back and all that. Then we're going to drop it on the ground and do it again, and then we'll work out how much droop it's got from the static position. There's also compression there. We're not going to be measuring that in this video. So the driver's side front, 905 millimeters. Passenger side front, 915 millimeters. So about 10 mil difference. Let's go to the back. Okay, down the back here, driver's side, 960 from the bottom of the rim to that top edge of the guard right there in a straight line up and down. I've got it right at the perfect measuring height. That's why I thought I'd do it while it's up on the hoist. There's other ways to do it. And the other side, almost 960, pretty close. I think it was a smidgen over or under. Just checked it again. Passenger side, probably about 958, 57. So 2 or 3 mil less at the passenger side compared to the 960 at the driver's side. Now let's get it on the ground and see what we've got. Before I let it hit the floor, I wanted to show you what I mean about the camber and caster. See on the front, that's full extension and it's got a little bit in at the bottom, but it's almost straight. It's bloody not bad at all. That is really good, guys. I'm telling you, that's awesome. Let's see what the back looks like. To have that much travel and not have any, you know, you can see what's going on here. I mean, it's hard to show you even because it's hidden behind, you know, it's hidden in behind. We're going to get the, how do I, you know, down here maybe. Here we go. I mean, that paints you a picture with a mud flap, right? We'll try and get that position again from, I'm touching the camera on the top left of the exhaust tip. So we'll get the same position as that when it's on the ground, but you can see the angle on that, can you not? I mean, I hope you can. It's hard to see for sure. We'll get around this side and see what we can demonstrate. Hard, very difficult to show. So that makes it look straight, but I can tell you it's got a, we could measure it, but let's not waste time on it, right? Massive. Makes the mud flap look really big on this angle, but you can see the difference. And I've got to roll the vehicle back and forwards because at the moment there is a massive amount of pressure bending these tyres inwards, if you like, because it's been dropped on the ground with the tyres in and they need to push back out. So I'll just roll it back and forward a few times and then we can take those measurements again at neutral on the ground. Hopefully I've got the best angle set up. Now I'm going to go and push the vehicle back and forwards a bit. Yeah, you can see me there in my thongs there. Right. And we'll see what happens with those wheels and tyres. Got no shirt on either. Hot days, mate. Can you hear all that scrubbing from the tyres? Yeah, we're going to move it a little bit more. Now, I'm not sure how much you saw in the camera, but you got to see, not me, but those tyres would have come out and all that scrubbing stopped. So I'm going to give it a bit of a bounce and a bit more of a roll backwards and forwards. Then I'll take the measurements, once again, from the bottom of the rim to the guard. And I can't remember what they were. I didn't write it down. I'm going to say it in the video, and then I'm going to have a look at the comments, and people are going to tell me what the difference is from the static height on the ground to the full droop extension, front and rear. Rough numbers or however much detail you want. Bada bing, bada boom. Hot day, mate. Shorts, thongs. Look, you can even see me, mate. Not good, but anyway, you get that. It's all part of the fun. Wow, these are all really close to each other, right? This one here, 780. The other side at the front, passenger side, 790. At the back, at the driver's side, 785. Very similar to a stock Prado. Totally different size tyres and everything, just coincidence. And at the other side, passenger side rear, 795. So all within 780 to 795 range. So that's interesting as well. It's probably why it looks quite level, which is unusual to what most vehicles are set up. They've got that front rear rake ready for the load in the back. So the next part in another video will be really interesting once we do start modifying the vehicle for touring. So we're going to take the seats out. That's going to save some weight. We'll take some measurements. We're going to get a floor in there. We're going to get some storage in there, cargo barriers, stuff like that, ready for touring and storing stuff in there. As we add weight, we'll check the measurements and see what changes. And we'll see if we get to a point where we need to modify the suspension, where I'd like not to. It's a new vehicle, fairly expensive vehicle, good to keep the warranty unhindered, well, before the company goes broke anyway, because everybody's concerned they're going to go broke. Well, you know, whatever. At the end of the day, the whole world's going to go broke. If you have a look around, it's the least of your worries if the car company's going to go broke or not. Iron out any issues you got early days. And if you're worried about stuff like that, just stick with your old trusty Prados with the 1KDs and the 1GRs and the 1KZs and your Hiluxes, N70 Hiluxes, and happy days, because they're still last of the best. This is just last of the best for people that have got money, that don't worry about that. that are looking into the future, where there might be some hope for a little bit longer yet and they want to tow a caravan around, and we're just sussing it out, sharing some information for you. This will be in the suspension information playlist and the Y62 patrol playlist on our YouTube channel, 4x4 Diesel. Subscribe, turn the bell, and we'll catch you on the next video. See ya.